On May 13th, I'll be at the Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California. If you are local to California and interested in a small con where you can get FaceTime with creators and artists and writers, check out comicconrevolution.com for tickets. Welcome to IAYTD and welcome to Comic Fights. This week we have Daken, the son of Wolverine, versus Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, the Terminator. So we're going to cover what each of them can do. I'm going to give you just a basic rundown of their abilities, and then it's going to be up to you to, in the comments, show me your knowledge. So show me how much you know about these characters, what they've done, and how that's going to come into play in this battle, and then who wins. So we'll start with Daken. Daken, the son of Wolverine, was born with a healing factor, but he no longer has the healing factor. But with this came the same bone claws that Wolverine has. Though Wolverine has 3 that come out, Daken has 2 that come out from the top of his hand and 1 that comes out from the bottom of his wrist. So he's got those on both hands, 6 claws. Daken also is gifted with, he has like strong senses. He's able to see and smell and hear better than most normal people, probably better than any average person. He also has the added ability to control pheromones, meaning that he can sense how people are feeling and then alter that feeling. So he can make someone feel romantic, he can make someone feel fear, he can make someone feel happiness, he can control their emotions as they're around him. So he may be able to use that in this fight against Deathstroke to change the tide of Deathstroke's personality and make him feel something that would give Daken the upper hand. In addition to all this, Daken is a master martial artist. He's very gifted in acrobatics, and he's a skilled, deadly tactician. Now let's talk about Deathstroke Slade Wilson. Deathstroke was experimented on in this kind of military procedure that amped everything up. It's almost the equivalent of the super soldier serum, but in the DC universe. So basically they made him, everything is better. He's faster, stronger. He does have a minor healing factor. It's not like Wolverine's where he can come back from explosions, but he can survive what would be deadly wounds to other people. This also amped up his mind, and so he's able to process thoughts and tactics and strategies faster than anyone else can think. So he's able to think, make a decision, and act on it so quickly that most people don't have a chance to really react. Deathstroke's main advantage is in combat, that he is gifted at different martial arts, different fighting styles. He has all sorts of weapons, and so he might use knives or swords, but he's not adverse to using guns. Like anything he can do to kill the target. So now is where you debate. I want you to, in the comments, talk about what you know about Daken and what you know about Deathstroke. Who do you think would win this battle? Under what circumstances? What do you think tips one person over the other? I want you to shout them out. And then next week, I'm going to highlight the best of the best, which leads us to the best answers from last week's fight. Last week, we had Kraven the Hunter versus the Huntress, Helena Bertinelli. There were a few people that kind of were real advocates for the Huntress, but Kraven overwhelmingly got most of the responses. And here is a great response from Maximus the Great. Going for Kraven, physically superior, and I'd say skilled enough to contend with Huntress. He went hand-to-hand with a few of Marvel's best combatants and has done well, namely Black Panther. He's numbed Black Widow and has gotten the upper hand on Daredevil. He can take Huntress. I mean, the guy has made a career making trouble for Spider-Man. That's a character with superior speed, reflexes, strength, and more to most street levelers. Such a feat is not to be taken lightly. So the win goes to Kraven the Hunter. Let me know your thoughts about this week's fight, and we'll see you next Friday for another Comic Fights.